Hey everyone, this is Tim Bowman and I'm back with another Nintendo Switch 2 launch video. In this video we're going to be checking out The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but with its Switch 2 upgrade. But before we get into this video, be sure to check out my YouTube channel for other Nintendo Switch 2 launch games I've got videos on. You can also check out my website at timbowmanmedia.com for more Nintendo Switch 2 launch coverage. So The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was a launch game for the original Switch in March 2017. And it also simultaneously came out for the Wii U. And now on the Switch 2, there are these special upgrades for these original Switch games that Nintendo is calling Nintendo Switch 2 editions. So this updated Breath of the Wild retails for $70, while Tears of the Kingdom is $80. If you already own the games, you can buy each upgrade pack for $10. And the original version on Switch for Breath of the Wild still retails for $60. Nintendo Switch Online plus the expansion pack comes with each upgrade pack as part of the subscription, and that's combined service is $50 a year. So I actually got the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack for this, just in general for the Switch 2, but it came with this update, so I downloaded that, and as you can see here, the game just looks a lot better, and this is the current map I'm at. I'm just randomly kind of going around the game right now. I just got through getting one of the Divine Beasts finished off, and I got about 15 hours gameplay time, so I'm just kind of going through this unexplored area right now to see what I can get into. So Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2 with this upgrade pack now displays in 4K in docked mode and 1080p in handheld mode. The game runs at 60 frames per second in both docked and handheld mode, and there's new support for HDR. And the game also features faster load times. You can also have 2 save file slots instead of just 1. So this is kind of an open area during the daytime. I thought the game looks phenomenal now on the Switch 2. I instantly noticed the updated graphics over playing it on the Switch. Even playing the game without the update on the Switch 2, it's not comparable. It just looks so much better with the Switch 2 update. And just looks amazing in 4K, runs a lot smoother, Link just moves a lot faster. Here's some of the menus going through them as well. The Switch 2 versions of both Zelda games are linked to the Nintendo Switch app, and through that, as you can see here, one of the new features is a daily bonus you get from using the Zelda notes. And in that case, I got like a free item for like a speed upgrade. And I'm just going to mess around with the amiibos here. Haven't used those before, but I got 3 figures. So I'm going to see which items I can get from them. Just trying to even figure out how to put it on the Pro Controller. Alright, there you go. I got a bunch of fish from this amiibo. But yeah, in the Zelda Notes part of the Nintendo Switch app, there's a bunch of new features added as well. There's a voice memory section where it's basically these audio diaries of Princess Zelda from 100 years ago in the game story all across the game world that you need to have the app open to navigate with. And you navigate with that through the app, which is a navigation feature that also can show you where shrines are and where to go next in the story and secrets and items and all this stuff, which to me kind of kills the explorative nature of the game. But if you want to find something that way, you can go and do that. But you do need the app open to get all these features. Nothing is actually in the game now, so it's like a companion app. It also tracks the amiibos that you've registered to the game and how many times you use them. And supposedly every 5 times you use an amiibo, you'll get like a bonus. The game also tracks new statistics for your gameplay, and you can unlock like in-game medals. I'm gonna save right here because I see somebody up on the road. I'm gonna challenge them. Pretty sure this is one of those weirdos that like transforms into like a demon. And every time I fought them before, they've killed me. But it's been a while, so let's see if I can take them on. You can also share items with your friends through the Zelda Notes app and manage your photos, see global statistics of where you rank in the game. And I was right, it's a demon. I gotta make sure even what weapons I'm using right now. But the combat on the Switch 2 version feels a lot smoother, it just runs a lot better. Game looks really great. I mean, it still looks a little bit old in some ways. I mean, the game is 8 years old, but upgraded to 4K, it looks pretty amazing. Still got a bunch of cool stuff from that fight. Especially during the daytime, the graphics just look awesome with the new patch. I noticed the difference like right away when you upgrade it. So when you upgrade the game, either through the Nintendo Switch online pack or buying it or whatever way you get the game, it actually changes the version of it to a Nintendo Switch 2 version. So at the home menu on your system, the home screen of the game, and inside the game menus, it says like Switch 2 edition. So they're really treating this like a different release over the original. I absolutely suck at the combat in this game, especially with the bow and arrow, but it's still a lot of fun. Pretty sure I just died and I was revived by one of the special items I got for clearing the Divine Beast a little bit ago. Because now I have a bunch of extra hearts. And this big dude's just standing there not helping me as I'm getting whooped. Yeah, Mifa's great, so it did activate that. But as you can see in the menu here, there's a daily bonus item and a item transfer space there through the Nintendo Zelda Notes section of the Nintendo Switch app. The app is completely free. It's just this upgrade pack to even use it on the Switch 2. Costs $10, or you can just buy a brand new game. So I'm definitely near a shrine, that's where that beeping is.
Hey!
These are one of the merchants. I've seen this guy a couple times already. And in this video, I have HDR enabled, so it's native to the game now on the Switch 2 version. Yeah, this guy doesn't have anything really that great. So if you use the Zelda Notes part of the app, it'll basically tell you where all this stuff is at. Like, it'll guide you to it. But I still prefer just finding things on my own, which is what the way the original game was designed. And you don't need to use the Zelda Notes app. It's like totally optional, but if you want to use it, it's there. It's not forced on you through the game at all. So I'll just activate this shrine so I can transport to it later, but I'm not going to check it out right now. I'm going to explore more of the map. So I'm looking through the Zelda Notes app now, and it says there's some voice memories around here. You can't tell it in-game, but you have to look on your phone at the app, so somewhere around here is a Zelda note. Or, yeah, Princess Zelda voice memory. There's like a ton of them too. I think there's over 150 maybe, because the whole navigation map in the Nintendo Switch app is like filled with these Zelda memories. Alright, I'm just getting one now. It's popping up on my phone here. I'm gonna try to play it through this video so you guys can get an idea of what the notes sound like. They're only like 10 or 15 seconds long, so...
We received a request from Daruk to move this stable, but it's a critical hub, offering refuge to travelers entering Death Mountain. It also houses the many rescue dogs here on standby in case something happens. With all that in mind, I don't see why he'd want to move it. I shall need to ask him for more information.
So the voice memories are pretty cool. They just kind of give you a backstory of whatever area you're in, or, you know, they're not really huge, significant revelations, but it's kind of a cool feature. Totally optional. You don't need to go and collect them, but I do like the ones I found.
Oh. 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 Hmm. Oh.
So that was a pretty cool cutscene, just giving more history about the battle that happened a long time ago in this universe. I just remembered I have no sense of direction, so it doesn't matter which way I go. That's hilarious. I love the dialogue with a lot of these random characters, like even Link asking that one character, it's like, are you a bird? It's like really funny. Like the writing's pretty witty.
Hi.
Hold on, buddy. Are you really headed to Gordon City? I'm not sure what's there yet. I don't think I've been told in the game what's over there yet. I guess I have no choice but to make a bunch of money off of you. Goron City, okay. So earlier in the game there was an area where you really couldn't access because it was like a frozen mountainous region and you would just like start dying from the cold. So I guess this is like the opposite, where the area is so hot you just start losing health. It's my current armor, Zora, Greaves, and the armor set. So I just finished that area, Zora's domain. Just throw some stuff here to cook up. I'm gonna cook up some of those fish I got from the amiibo. So the two amiibos I used were the new ones that came out with the Switch 2 for Tears of the Kingdom. And then I got one at, I believe Best Buy, that was a Link, I don't know if it was Wind Waker, it's like a cartoon version of it, of him. So I got 3 amiibos so far. The new Zelda amiibos, though, they cost $30, so if you get all 4, that's already 120 bucks. And I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet, but those amiibo characters still work in Breath of the Wild. They just give you random items or special chests, but you can only use them once per day. So I'm going to venture more into this area. I really need to find one of those towers so I can map out this space, so maybe we'll come across that. I can't aim for anything with the arrow in this game. Showing there's another voice memory coming up soon, somewhere in this vicinity. Death Mountain marker. Okay, so I think I'm getting it now. And at the same time getting attacked by these undead creatures. Man, these guys are really strong. They basically almost one-hit killed me right there. Ugh, and now they did kill me. Probably need to get some more hearts, but I really haven't done too many of the shrines. I got a couple extra hearts, but I need to really build that up because I do die a lot still. So now it's sending me back to the Foothill Stable. I'm gonna play the voice memory I got in that area from Princess Zelda, and we'll hear how that one sounds. I'm just gonna get a couple of the things that I lost from dying. I'm gonna buy these elixirs again, and then I'll go ahead and play the voice memory from Princess Zelda.
Just beyond the moor of Death Mountain is a scorching region. The heat from the flow of lava can be intense. So intense, in fact, that it can take one's life should they fail to prepare accordingly. My bodyguards forbade me from going any farther. Yet it is my duty to keep a close watch on the divine beasts we will be fighting alongside. This mission proves to be exceedingly dangerous.
So that was another voice memory, just talking about one of the areas we're in, going into Death Mountain. Kind of gives a little bit of more of the backstory, what was going on 100 years ago. And I'm going to just transport to another area in the game that I have unlocked, just to kind of see a new region. Maybe go back to the beginning of the game, where you start out as. It does feel like the load times are a lot better over the Switch version. Alright, so it's thunderstorming out, so it's kind of hard to see the environments. It's also like nighttime as well. Let's just try not to get struck by lightning. I think that's what that means. I'm about to get hit. But this is the original area you start the game out as. When you basically have nothing, not really any weapons or items, and you're kind of just trying to explore and go to your first shrine. So I'm going to activate this daily bonus, maybe activate Sneaky Meal. So I'll move a lot faster for about 5 minutes. Weather effects look really good. The rain and stuff does look better than the Switch version. So that lightning was pretty devastating. That looked really good. You can see one of the towers in the distance there. I'm basically just trying not to get killed right now. So let's kind of check out some other area that's maybe not under a thunderstorm warning. And we'll go to Zora's domain. So this upcoming area is like where I really noticed the game's difference from the Switch 2 to the Switch, because I was in the between the story part in this section when I upgraded to the Switch 2 version, and then this is like a huge difference. It was like crazy. See how different it felt. And I'm getting another voice memory notification here. Try to go ahead and play that now.
This depiction of Mifa is truly exquisite, though that is hardly surprising. Zora's domain is home to talented metalworking artisans after all. It is said that this statue is made not only to honor her elevation as a champion, but also to act as a beacon for her safety, in the hopes that she will return home. She was embarrassed by it, however, and has asked King Dorephan to move it somewhere less prominent once she completes her duty.
So that voice memory was just kind of explaining one of the statues in Zora's domain. So nothing crazy, you're not going to learn some major stuff, but they're pretty cool, like little details in the stories that I like, especially if you're like collecting stuff. There's like a bunch of them to find. The only thing I don't like is you need the app open to kind of keep doing that. I wish they kind of implemented that in-game somehow. But I guess they want you using that Nintendo Switch app as much as possible. This is what the area kind of looks like here at nighttime. So it looks really good. It looks a lot better with the Switch 2 update, for sure. Just plays really smooth too, just the movements and combat. Swimming's a lot smoother too. Just did a crazy jump off of this thing. Feels really great gliding. I have no idea what I did that because I don't know where I'm going. I'm not going to be able to swim to the other side, but let's see how far we can get. I am able to swim faster with the Zora gear on, but it's not going to get me to the other side. Alright, I'm dead. So it just sent me back to the top of the mountain here I was on. Let's check out another area. Let's see where we can go here from what I've unlocked so far. This is more of a village area, kind of outdoors. Still nighttime though, but there's also another voice memory popping up around here. There's actually a few on this map. Getting it right now. And I'll play that so you can hear it.
Peace reigns supreme in Hateno Village. It's easy to see why, with all the farmland. Yet they have little sense of the impending crisis of the calamity. Perhaps the best measure is to increase the number of soldiers at Fort Hateno. Or perhaps not. No. Instead, I should begin by speaking with the mayor about putting guards at the village entrance.
So just a little backstory about the village we were just at. And there was some combat going down here. I saw some people running. Electro meat pie. Pretty sure that's the same person I saw earlier in this video. Here's some of the wider view of the area here. More mountains and trees and stuff. Looks really great. Even at night it looks really good. Let's get into some combat here. The weapons still do break in Breath of the Wild, so they did not change that at all. So if you hate that, they didn't really update that with the Switch 2 version. So my Knight's Broadsword just broke. It's kind of the one thing I hate, like in combat, you gotta like switch stuff out and they just break so easily. Combat encounters are smooth. There's like several enemies coming at me right now, and there's no lagging or frame rate drops or anything. It just goes pretty clean, pretty smooth. Going back and forth between the menus and then combat is really good too. Now there's two sleeping enemies I'm gonna take out. These guys are definitely lower level compared to the area I started at the beginning of this video, because they probably would have wiped me out otherwise. Now it's raining again. I guess the only way to stop that is to advance time or sleep at an inn or something. Because even if you travel to different areas, the rain still follows you. So let's see if we travel somewhere else, if it's still going to be raining there. But the load times traveling between towns and stuff like that, it's pretty good. It seems faster than the original Switch version. For sure. Yeah, it's raining here too. I think the game's graphics look their best when the sun's out or it's kind of sunset, and you kind of get that orange glow all over the fields and stuff. It looks pretty incredible for the game being 8 years old at this point. I'm gonna try to sleep at the inn and advance time till morning.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
So at least it stopped raining at least, but explored this town a bit.
Ooh.
See if we go back to the beginning area, if it'll be clear too, or is it going to still be thunderstorming? Yeah, it's still raining here. But the rain, as I mentioned earlier, does look a lot better in the Switch 2 version compared to the original. Doesn't look as kind of muddy and dull. It's got more life to it. I'm going to travel back to the original area we started at. Still pretty quick load times going from one area of the map to the other, so that's pretty good. So you can see really here during the daytime, the graphics look awesome. The game looks so much better with the Switch 2 edition. First time getting raw bird thigh. Just looking around here, the environments are really beautiful. Looks really great. You can see the sun bouncing off the water there, the reflection of the sky. Looks really nice. Just the character up close there. So everything looks really awesome with the Switch 2 edition. So that's going to do it for this look at the Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild. The graphics and boost in performance are both really noticeable. I'm liking the Zelda notes on the Nintendo Switch app too. I've never beaten Breath of the Wild before, so if you're like me, this new update is a perfect way to play through the game now. It's definitely one of the better examples of original Switch games getting updated on the new console. It really feels like a much different but better experience, so I'm really looking forward to going through the end of Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2. So be sure to check out my YouTube channel for other Switch 2 launch games and my website at timbowmanmedia.com for Switch 2 launch coverage. And thanks again for watching.